Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tearing down a really fascinating blueprint that completely reshapes how digital content workflows are designed. Look, if you've been tracking the whole AI space, you know we're way past the novelty phase. It's not a toy anymore. But what we're analyzing today is a specific methodology from our source material that actually takes AI and transforms it from just an everyday interactive tool into a relentless, high-output content machine. We're going to explore the exact framework used to completely bypass traditional labor-intensive production. Instead of getting bogged down for hours in complex editing software, this strategy relies on pure automation to scale your digital assets. So let's dive right in and examine how this fundamentally shifts our modern approach to content creation.
Right, so that brings us to section 1, the great AI mistake.
According to the blueprint we're looking at, a staggering 90% of users are entirely missing the mark. Just let the sheer scale of that statistic sink in for a second. 90%. 9 out of 10 people logging into these incredibly advanced platforms are leaving the real power of the technology completely untapped. They're just scratching the surface, And that severely limits the actual output and efficiency they could be achieving. So you really have to ask yourself, are you only using AI to ask basic questions? Because that seems to be the absolute crux of this 90% mistake. The source material argues pretty heavily that treating AI like, a slightly smarter search engine is completely holding you back. Most people just type in a basic prompt, read the little paragraph it spits out, and move on. But AI is capable of acting as a fully equipped production studio. It shouldn't just be answering your isolated little questions. It should be generating full-scale viral content automatically from the ground up, totally handling the heavy lifting of the creative process. Okay, moving on to section 2, which outlines this necessary mental shift, the new content paradigm. Think about the old method for a second. It relies on this exhausting manual workflow. You're brainstorming from scratch, battling writer's block, spending hours doing tedious frame-by-frame video editing. It's a grind, and it is inherently incredibly difficult to scale. Well, the new paradigm completely flips that model on its head. By utilizing a fast, automated AI workflow, the system itself handles the heavy lifting. You literally transition from being an exhausted creator, totally bogged down in the weeds, to acting as an efficient director. You're just managing an automated system, letting the software process the raw materials into finished media for you. Which brings us to the core of our explainer today, section 3, the 3-step viral blueprint. This blueprint strips the entire production process down to 3 incredibly lean, simple phases. Collect ideas, generate script, create video. That's it. It completely demystifies content production. There is absolutely no need for complex software tutorials, and honestly, it completely removes the necessity of ever being on camera. This structured flow is the exact backbone used to power those highly successful, faceless content channels you probably see blowing up across your social feeds every day. It is a straight line from an idea to a completed asset. So, in step 1, here's the secret. You don't need to invent concepts from scratch. The source explicitly suggests pulling directly from proven raw material. We're talking existing viral videos, popular articles, and current trending topics. The logic here is just highly practical. The internet is already signaling what audiences actively want to consume, right? By capturing these validated concepts, you feed your AI engine with ideas that inherently have a much higher probability of grabbing attention. You're literally removing all the guesswork from the ideation phase. Then in step 2, you feed those proven ideas into your AI tool. And this is absolutely crucial, you use a highly specific command. Generate a short video script optimized with a strong hook at the very beginning. The source material emphasizes that a fast, clear, and engaging hook in the first 3 seconds is make or break for short-form content. That initial 3-second window is what dictates whether a user stops scrolling or just swipes right past you. So the AI is utilized here not just to write words, but to architect the pacing specifically for high-retention social media viewing. Now, once that script is ready, the visual layer basically builds itself in step 3. The blueprint offers 2 super efficient routes to finalize the production without ever touching a camera. First, you can pair the AI script with readily available stock footage to match the tone of the narrative. Or you can push the automation even further by generating entirely custom AI visuals. By combining your highly optimized script with either of these automated visual options, the technical barrier to entry for video production is completely 100% removed. The ultimate result of this entire workflow, a fully completed video in just 5 minutes. Eliminating that traditional editing bottleneck fundamentally changes the volume of content one person can produce. When the script writing, the hook formulation, and the visual assembly are all handed off to an automated system, the entire process condenses into a fraction of the time. Producing a professional vertical format piece of media in 5 minutes is a massive, massive leap in digital efficiency. Finally, we reach section 4, your views and income machine. When deployed through this specific workflow, the source material actually redefines AI altogether. It's no longer just a digital assistant. Instead, it operates as a relentless content machine engineered to capture attention, drive viewership, and systematically scale digital assets around the clock. By simply stepping out of that 90% of people who only use basic prompts, you can apply this exact automation to build consistent pipelines of digital media that operate with unbelievable efficiency. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure to follow this explainer for more deep dives into content automation and digital strategies. We're going to keep analyzing the frameworks driving modern digital media. But, unpacking all of this leaves us with one really massive, provocative question. In a future where literally anyone can build a highly optimized, automated video machine in just 5 minutes, what will it actually take for genuine human creativity to stand out? Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.